All right, DPS stuff. Okay, for this guys, on the early pulls, just get used to dealing with Blasphemy and Wicked Star, and then as you get more and more practice, then start working on your uptime. Just remember, learning Blasphemy faster is way more important than getting single target DPS on Anduin. Okay, so this fight, guys, for DPS especially, think of it like 8 distinct burst phases, and the remaining is whatever. Like, it literally, we do these 8 DPS burst phases correctly, the boss just dies. Because the way most of Anduin's DPS damage works is it happens in the intermission, right? Because he's taking double the damage. So just focus on, put all your mental energy in P1, just getting used to the combination of Blasphemy Spread and the Wicked Star combo, okay? Don't worry about your damage too much. As you get more and more comfortable, you start to get better on your positioning. That's the one thing I wanted to mention is in this fight, always, always, always try to pre-position, okay? Try to pre-position for every mechanic that is coming. Be ahead of the game by about 10 seconds or so. For Lost Soul positioning, guys, after the stack, the way you can wipe us, the biggest fail point is when we get the ads down to 10%, by killing them accidentally, okay? When the ads are down to 10%, just get off them. The boss is going to get moved, okay? So after the stack, the warlocks are going to blow their CDs. Everybody else help as well to get down 10%, but cleave off Anduin. Cleave off Anduin. We're going to have a kick rotation at 10%. We're going to move the boss here. Once out of cleave range, and when it's called, we're going to kill the lost souls. Downstairs team, it's going to be really important that you communicate with me or somebody upstairs when it's all clear, and then we blow the ads. Okay. DPS, make sure you don't kick early. If you kick early and you blow we don't have that many AOE kicks, guys. So if you kick early, we really screw ourselves up. Okay. So make sure you don't kick early. Just focus on doing the mechanics. Remember, there is going to be Wicked Star at the same time. There's also going to be Befouled Barrier, okay? So this phase is going to basically be DPS Lost Souls, DPS Anduin. Every time I say stack in for Befouled Barrier, stack in, you're going to come in, the healing cooldowns are at the sign, and you're going to go out again, okay? For Wicked Star bait. So it's going to just be that, okay? It's going to be DPS Anduin, Befouled Barrier, move for bait. DPS Anduin, Befouled Barrier, move for Wicked Star. Wicked Star, always have it in the back of your mind. Wicked Star, Wicked fucking Star. Okay. Team 1 down with the DK. Essentially, the boss is being tanked here. This is the entrance of the arena. When we phase, guys, we're going to move right, looking inside. So the tank is going to pick up the big ad that spawns here and going to move right. Okay. Sash, what you're going to do is as soon as we phase for the first downstairs phase, you're going to move left looking inwards. This ad that spawns, you're going to knock it back, and eventually Mod's going to grip it in with A-bomb pull. Okay, you're going to use one of those slow things you got, dart traps and shit if you got it. Whatever way to slow CC the mob once they're all grouped. Third, you're going to move back left looking inward. You're going to Shining Force this ad as best as you can. This ad is going to be the furthest one out Mod, so single grip the ad in, okay, along with your A-bomb, of course. When the ads all grouped, everybody else just DPS. Use cooldowns as a sign, okay? Remember the stack sequence, get this right, handle mechanics. All right. Team 1 down heal sequence, pretty straightforward. Kurt, you're going to master spell first, okay? You go to MD, and then those ads book it. It's going to be a bit tight. Let me know if this works, Kurt, okay? If you're able to consistently, reliably Shining Force this ad, as well as pump heals, okay? If you're not able to do both, just let me know. Kurt's going to MD, move back here. You're going to Shining Force, knock this ad, move back in, and you're going to pump heals. For Kurt, your priority is going to be these two ads. So looking left, inside. Genevieve, once you go down, you're going to move right looking in. Your priority is going to be to heal the ads that spawn north and east based on the entrance being south. And you're going to keep the tank alive, okay, as mentioned. Alrighty. Team 2 down. We don't have a DK for this for today, guys. The plan is for Kara to go Windwalker and for me to go to my Blood DK just for this fight. It just needs a bit more gear, and I'm going to spam some keys and stuff and Valor grind over the weekend. Anyways, so without the decay, what's going to happen is when we phase down, you're going to, again, you'll be right here. The tank's going to pick up the ad and move right, and you're going to stack here. Initially, what's going to happen is Krampus Fang is going to Frost Nova this ad. Okay, Frost Nova the ad looking left, back. Okay, as we phase. Clark, you're going to start running. You're going to run. You're going to single target mass root on the run. Okay, just like you did in lithium, basically. Single target mass root on the run. You're going to go to this ad here, and you're going to knock it back. Okay. Cam's going to rob this. All the DPS down here, you're going to focus on killing Skull and X first. Okay? Kill Skull and X first. After you kill Skull and X, Clark and Jimmy, you're going to kill the ad on the north, which is Rooted. And Grand and Dan, you're going to go and kill the ad on the south, which is Frost Nova. Nico, you're going to continue doing DPS with a big ad. Between me and you, I'm going to save Touch of Death for this. We should be able to kill it off the remaining health. By Team 2 down, heal frequent is even easier. There's no Shining Force requirement. So Nick, just MD and pump heals on these ads here. Heaney, you're going to move up and right. You're going to keep the tank alive and pump heals on these ads over here. Alrighty. So that is basically Team 1 deep and Team 2 down, DPS, and heal sequence. Alright guys, when all this is happening downstairs, upstairs you're dealing with the lost souls. Upstairs you're dealing with the wicked stars. Upstairs you're dealing with the befouled barrier. Okay, so just make sure upstairs squad you're dealing with each individual mechanic and don't kill lost souls early. Alright, so as a recap, focus on blasphemy. Your P1 single target Anduin DPS does not really matter. Okay, focus on blasphemy. Wicked Star will catch you off guard. Watch for it. Watch for it. Watch for it. Upstairs group, don't kill lost souls early. Deal with befouled barriers. Make sure you fall in for befouled barriers. Downstairs squad, always focus on when you first phase, get the positioning right. Okay, for DPS. For healers, when you first phase, pick your target to heal reliably. All right. Other than that, and that's really it. That's all I've got, guys. That is P1 Anduin. Okay. If we get to intermission for DPS, if we get to intermission, the boss is going to be tanked down on this side, along with the big ad thing. So just do your best to use the cooldowns again as a sign for the Monster Soul 1 and 2. Remember to make sure you have cooldowns running into Monster Soul 1. Okay, now what this means is there's going to be a lot of small ads at the same time. So as heroic, we start with the stack, we pop our healer cooldown. After the little fiends jump, the mages always bait. You bait the blue circles, and we fall back. You fall back in. Make sure you have your cooldowns running for when the monster soul spawns. Okay, it's going to take a little bit of pulls to get the timing just right, but make sure you don't run out of cooldowns when the monster soul spawn. Like if you pop it too early, and now the monster soul is still alive, and now you're out of cooldown. So it's going to take a bit of consistent play and play with your other DPS as well to figure out exactly when you can use your cooldowns. That's really it. Actually, I was wrong in my first video. I ended up getting through both the healing and the DPS. Oh, the healing stuff. The one thing I forgot to mention was the upstairs healers. When we split, the tank is going to get hit like a truck. Okay, so what needs to happen is every time Anduin swings his big sword, healers, he gains a stacking buff to both attack speed and damage done. Okay, so what's going to really happen is after about, I would say, 8 or 9 melee attacks, when the souls are at 10% health, now you start rotating externals. Okay, so for the first split, he's going to bark, and then Guardian Spirit to avoid a death by the last few melee attacks. For the second split, you're going to hand a sack, followed by again Guardian Spirit. So after you're going to sack. In this case, it's going to be Theo, and then Guardian Spirit to avoid an untimely tank death. But talk about tanks, I might as well combine and make it all into one and be completely a liar. But tanks, you're going to have to make sure you rotate your cooldowns once you start getting to 5 or 6 stacks. So start with like a small, a small defensive iron for or a celestial brew, and then as you get more and more stacks, start using your heavier and heavier mitigation. Maybe even consider blood spattered scale. Um, Potentially, if after a few pulls, if you think we need it, I'll save Zen Med for the end and Fort Brew for the last one, stuff like that. So just tanks, make sure. While I'm here with the tanks, on the downstairs phase tanks, you might have to move a little bit to each individual ad, especially in the team 2 down, the one that doesn't have a DK. So in my case, we're going to, once these two ads are down, we are going to kind of move a little bit along with the squad to go try and cleave. Okay, so me, Nico, and the healer assigned here will go and sort of kill this one here and then go down south. Alrighty, that's all I've got. If we even get to intermission, it's an absolute amazing night. Okay, just get comfortable with blasphemy. This is the big mechanic of the night. Get used to blasphemy. Cheers.